When silence speaks louder than words, the wise listen twice before speaking once. The obstacle is not blocking the path. The obstacle is the path. Every challenge you face is teaching you something you need to learn. Those who master patience master time itself, for rushing is the enemy of precision. In a world that demands speed, the patient one holds all the power. In stillness, there is power. In power, there is responsibility. In responsibility, there is wisdom. The chain is unbreakable. The fox changes its fur, but never its nature. So too must you know which parts of yourself are eternal and which parts must evolve. What you permit, you promote. What you allow, you encourage. What you condone, you own. Your tolerance defines your standards. Before you speak, let your words pass through 3 gates. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If it cannot pass through all 3, keep it to yourself. The archer who misses the mark does not blame the target, but turns and looks for the fault within himself. Accountability is the foundation of mastery. Empty vessels make the most noise, while the ocean's depth remains silent. Those who truly know have no need to prove it. When 2 tigers fight, one dies and the other is wounded. The wise avoid battles where victory costs more than defeat. Choose your wars carefully. Your reputation is built in moments, but destroyed in seconds. Guard it as you would guard your life, for it is the shadow you cast long after you're gone. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Embrace the storms that shape you, for calm waters breed complacency. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is the pathway to it. Those who speak do not know. Those who know do not speak. Wisdom whispers while ignorance shouts. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first, for a depleted soul cannot nourish others. The highest form of intelligence is observation without judgment. See clearly before you conclude. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. One is thrust upon you, the other is a choice you make. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Perspective is everything. A lion does not concern himself with the opinions of sheep. Know your worth and let the noise fade. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Grand achievements are built from small, consistent actions. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Crisis reveals what comfort conceals. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Tend it carefully. Time reveals all truths. Let patience be your weapon when impatience tempts you to act prematurely. The student who asks a question remains a fool for 5 minutes. The student who doesn't ask remains a fool forever. Curiosity is the cure for ignorance. Comparison is the thief of joy. Run your own race at your own pace, for every path is unique. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Build your foundation in private so you can weather storms in public. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Excellence is the accumulation of 1,000 small decisions. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Your greatest growth lives on the other side of your greatest fear. What is right is not always popular. What is popular is not always right. Stand firm in your convictions even when you stand alone. Before you heal someone, ask them if they are willing to give up the things that made them sick. Change requires sacrifice. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Stop mourning lost time and start building your future. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. Compassion is not given only to the deserving, but especially to the difficult. Silence is the language of the wise. Noise is the refuge of the foolish. Learn to be comfortable and quiet. Your character is who you are when no one is watching. Integrity is what you do in the dark. The river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Consistency defeats intensity every time. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, but action in spite of it. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Prevention is superior to cure. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. Expand your understanding to expand your vision. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. Speak less, absorb more. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Your scars are proof of your survival and sources of your strength. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. The past is a teacher, not a prison. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Choose your energy wisely, for like attracts like in all things. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. True wisdom begins with intellectual humility. A calm mind brings inner strength and self-confidence, which is very important for good health. Peace within creates power without. What's meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. Trust the timing of your life. The greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Resilience defines champions. Be like water, fluid, adaptable, and essential. Rigidity breaks, but flexibility endures. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Transformation requires intentionality. The fool thinks he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Arrogance blinds, humility enlightens. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Fear of failure is worse than failure itself. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Start where you are with what you have. A single conversation with a wise person is worth a month's study of books. Seek mentors who have walked the path you wish to walk. The snake that cannot shed its skin perishes. Growth requires letting go of old versions of yourself. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Preparation attracts opportunity. He who knows others is intelligent. He who knows himself is enlightened. Self-awareness is the highest form of knowledge. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Abundance is a state of mind, not a bank balance. Do not fear going forward slowly, fear only standing still. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. A diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. Your struggles are forging something precious. The wise adapt themselves to circumstances as water molds itself to the pitcher. Flexibility is survival. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. Everything external begins internally. The teacher opens the door, but you must enter by yourself. No one can do your work for you. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Contentment is the ultimate wealth. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Stop planning and start moving. Strong people don't put others down, they lift them up. True power empowers others. The nail that sticks up gets hammered down. Know when to stand out and when to blend in. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Success is rarely a solo journey. The bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. Adaptation is strength. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. An unexamined life is not worth living. Reflection is essential for growth. The fire you kindle for your enemy often burns yourself more than them. Revenge is poison you drink yourself. When you let go, you create space for something better to enter. Release what no longer serves you. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Passion fuels persistence. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. You contain multitudes. The secret to change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Creation beats destruction. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Your internal world shapes your external reality. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Stay curious, stay humble, stay learning. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. Mental toughness surpasses physical prowess. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Maintain the openness of a novice. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. Ignore the doubters and prove them wrong through action. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. External circumstances cannot grant internal tranquility. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Kindness creates a circle of joy. The greatest victory is victory over oneself. Self-mastery is the ultimate conquest. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Your daily rituals determine your destiny. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Never stop questioning. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Emotions cloud judgment. Pause before you act. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Balance intensity with sustainability. To understand everything is to forgive everything. Empathy dissolves resentment. The cost of not following your heart is spending the rest of your life wishing you had. Regret is heavier than risk.